So you feel like it's a way of supporting?
Like I said, I'm building the ecosystem in general. It's not just about music. It's about the people, the comedy people, the skit people, the ones in fashion. Because some of them used to, okay, maybe they use my music and maybe put at the background by the reach that they get when they tag me.
This is Don Jazzy, one of the biggest producers in Africa and co-founder of Mavin Records, the label that produced several hit songs and albums that shaped the Afrobeat sound in the 2000s. And in the year 2012, Don Jazzy founded Mavin Records, one of Africa's biggest record labels. Mavin has launched and managed top artists like Tiwa Savage, Rema, Ayra Starr, John Drill, and many other big artists. But the question is, how did Don Jazzy build his empire?
What have you done to me?
Don Jazzy was born on November 26, 1982 in Omiya, Abia State, Nigeria. He grew up in the vibrant chaos of Lagos, in a family where money was scarce but music was plenty. His father was a sound engineer and his mother a businesswoman with the heart of a dreamer in church. Little Michael would watch his dad adjust cable and soundboard, fascinated by how small noobs could fill a room with joy. While other kids chased football, he chased rhythm, drum bass, guitar and keyboard. Music wasn't just fun, it was medicine, escape and identity. But life was tough, the family struggled and a career in music felt impossible. Still, the young boy from Ajigule kept believing that one day the world will hear his sound. In the year 2000, he left Nigeria and went to London, not to make music but to survive. When he went to London, he worked as a security guard standing outside a nightclub in the cold, watching people dance to songs he wished he made with his hand.
Find somewhere that I could work. Obviously, you can't work in the UK if you don't have like papers and things like that. So we had to first find somebody that could actually give me work, which now had to be somebody that was working in the church, somebody that was a church member that has like a security firm where they could slot me in one way or the other and I'll be getting paid.
So, how did you move from musical genius in Nigeria to security guard?
I was first not supposed to be doing security guard, to be honest. I had knowledge of that time. It's not everybody that used to know how to type and use Microsoft Word and Corel Draw and things like that.
How were you exposed to that back in Nigeria?
One of my auntie had like a business center.
Have you watched Slumdog Millionaire?
Yes.
How different experiences in his life, coincidences, always all
everything. I'm telling you, everything comes.
Story of
yes. Everything plays a part in shaping you. You understand? So that's just that few time that I spent with my auntie in her business center, learning how to do Word, Microsoft Word, do all those. I used to type. What do they call those school teams when they give people assignments to go home projects? I used to type project. I've been typing projects. I used to do all those flyer both redeem with the upside down bed and the circle, and they say I don't design for Corel. So in London now, my uncle saw that I could do all that. I was helping them do their CV, do this one and this thing. So he now told the man in the church, say, he can actually help you in your office and be typing and be doing this thing. So he started as come and type in the security office, not necessarily to become security officer.
So what happened?
Yeah, but the security people now, they will come, they will collect their, so I'm like in charge of them, they collect their uniforms, they do this one, they go to their work. But then they're supposed to be clocking in. So they're supposed to, like every hour or two, they're supposed to check in and say, okay, this is me checking in at so time, blah, blah, blah. And that's my job. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. But now, it then got to like maybe 3 weeks, 1 month, one security that was supposed to go to one uncompleted video.
Then Fate introduced him to the Banji, another dreamer. Together, they began making music in a carpet apartment using borrowed gear and unstoppable passion. You see, but what came out of those late nights was different, a vision of Nigerian soul and global groove. And finally, after being friends with Devanji, they plan to start their own record label. And in the year 2004, they finally built their record label, which they named More Hits Record. The world didn't know it yet, but a revelation was coming. Then came in the hits Tongolo, Why Me, Oliver Twist. Each beat, each hook carried unmistakable Don Jazzy, bold, joyful, and unforgettable. Oliver Twist crossed ozone, charted in the UK, and introduced Afrobeat to a global audience long before the world was ready. Even though he didn't have the blueprint, he has his own idea.
And how have these lessons shaped your approach towards leadership, management, and your life?
Collaboration, you can't do it alone. Finding like-minded people that are ready to work and share the same vision. I feel like at Mavin we've built the best team in the game, and the reserve and the part. See, the people that are going to take over from this best team, we already built them. No, I'm serious. So it's not even like I'm bragging. It's just what it is. So getting people to creating an environment where people actually even want to come and work is very, very important. So we've been able to create that, and I'm very proud of that.
Don Jazzy became the son of a new generation. He didn't chase the spotlight, he built it and let others shine in it. Artists call him a genius, fans call him a legend. But to Don Jazzy, he was just a man who loved to create moment that made people dance, and a moment that made people feel. But even the brightest light cast shadow. By 2012, More Hits Records, the empire he built with Debanji, began to crack, and Don Jazzy see it as opportunity to build a new empire of record label. Opening this empire, it wasn't just business, it was family, and when it ended, it broke him in a way the public never saw. For months, he stayed silent. People wonder, was this the end of Don Jazzy? But the truth is, legends don't end, they evolve. Out of the ash of More Hits, Don Jazzy created Mavin Records, and soon he started featuring a new wave of stars. Tiwa Savage, Korede Bello, Ricardo Bank, Rema, Ayra Starr, and many other big artists. He wasn't just producing music anymore, he was shaping the future of Afrobeat. Today, Don Jazzy stands not just as a producer but as a mentor and even entrepreneur. Imagine from a poor family from Omia State to global recognition. He proved that greatness isn't born from privilege, it is built from persistence. Don Jazzy said, "If I fail, I try again. If I win, I left others." That's how we grow. That is his philosophy, and it is shown in everything he does. Through Mavin, he have featured young talented artists, and he have able to build one of Africa's most successful record label. His touch can be heard in the sound of an entire continent. Don Jazzy represents consistency, humility, and heart, the kind of man who uses success not to boast, but to build. His legacy isn't just the beat he made, it is the life he changed. He reminds us that real greatness is about service, about lifting others higher than you were lifted.